Good evening, everyone. My name is Mark Vasco, and I'm a very proud alumnus of the Newark Boys Chorus School, class of 1982. I'm extremely disappointed that I can't be with you in person tonight, but I'm nevertheless humbled and honored to be able to introduce our student speaker, Emery Rodriguez. This young man is the very embodiment of the core values of the Newark Boys Chorus School: excellence, respect, integrity, and cooperation. Emery is an 8th grader and a 4-year honor roll student who in the fall will be attending another of my alma maters, St. Benedict's Prep. In addition to being an outstanding student, Emery is an excellent citizen, both inside and outside of the classroom. Emery currently moderates the school's discussion page on a homework app, and his proudest achievement is winning the school's Brotherhood Award in the 5th grade, an honor bestowed upon him by his fellow students. His commitment to service, though, extends beyond the confines of the classroom walls. The son of proud immigrant parents hailing from the West African island nation of Cape Verde, Emery returns there every summer to provide soccer equipment to the local children. My first introduction to Emery came a few years back at a breakfast fundraiser for the school where I had been asked to speak. That morning, Emery talked about the importance of hope in a child's life. Referencing lyrics written by James Papoulis, who blessed the world with his song, "Give Us Hope," a song performed by the school regularly, Emery said as follows: "Of all the feelings that a young person can have, there is one that makes life seem desolate, empty, and not even worth living when it is not there. Hope. Hope for the future, hope to be loved, hope to be heard. When children are without hope, they are robbed of one of the most defining parts of their childhood. And we must never underestimate the power of giving hope to a child." Those words resonated with me then, and they resonate with me today, because they represent in a very concrete way the gift that the Newark Boys Chorus School gave to me nearly 40 years ago. You see, hope was in short supply for me back then. I grew up in the Seth Boyden housing projects on Frelinghuysen Avenue in Newark. The only real constants in my life back then were poverty, crime, drugs and alcohol, and a feeling of despair. Success stories were extremely rare and hard to come by in my neighborhood, and life often seemed like a gauntlet to be survived rather than a journey to be discovered. Even in my own home, my father, who only a few years removed from a stay in Trenton State Prison, was out of work, bitter, and slowly losing a battle with alcohol that would take his life some 10 years later. For a 10-year-old little boy, it's tough to have hope when even the most important people in your life seem to have given up and have thrown in the towel. But all of that changed for me when I was admitted to the Newark Boys Chorus School in 1978. My 4 years with the Boys Chorus exposed me to a world outside the projects of Seth Boyden that I had no idea even existed. A world brimming with opportunities. Whether I was performing for audiences across the country or around the globe, or being challenged in the classroom to think critically and to challenge conventional wisdom, there was always an underlying theme that tied all of it together. You matter. You are valued. You are loved. And the only obstacles to your success are those that you yourself erect. Those, my friends, are the very definitions of hope. When I joined the Newark Boys Chorus School, I was a lost, confused, and scared little boy, lacking any sense of who I was or where my life was taking me. 4 years later, I was a teenager, brimming with confidence and living my life with direction and purpose. Now, don't get me wrong. I was still poor. I was still living in the projects, and I still had all of the other anxieties that come with adolescence. But now I had hope. Hope for a future where I could create my own destiny and create a life for my children that I could only dream of. That gift of hope is what the Newark Boys Chorus School gave to me and has given to countless other young men over nearly 50 years. And that legacy of hope lives on in the young man who you're about to hear from now. So without further ado, it is my great pleasure and honor to give you Emery Rodriguez. Thank you very much.